Here, welcome back to my channel. So, you know, we wanted to come on here and announce the WGR Summit 2020 is going to be in Las Vegas. It was in Dallas last year. Man, we had a blast down there, didn't we, bro?
We had a heck of a time. I had so much fun in Dallas, dude. Loved it. Every moment of it. My
Yeah,
favorite
man.
part was you speaking on stage with your flip-flops.
You like that?
I loved it.
That's the first time I heard you say anything about it.
No, I noticed it. I was just like, dang, dude, he really grooms his feet well.
It's all natural.
Oh, really? That's just
Yeah.
your toenails naturally look that good.
They do, man. I used to like run around barefooted as a kid, and I think it's just, in my genes.
You know what I think it is? It's because you hit that kite surfing, dude, and you get there with the salt water and the air, and dude, it just freaking
Yeah.
it's like a constant pedicure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's true, man. Then walking in the sand afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of levels it all out. So, guys, check this out with Colton Lindsay here. You guys know him from WGR. He did the summit last year in Dallas, which was, man, I have to say, it was some of the best production. I mean, you had some people there that normally work for Tony Robbins and them, right? And Gary
Mm-hmm.
Vee and stuff. Like, you had some
Yep.
people there, some kind of people that have done some really, really big events kind of in the back, that were miking us up and just making sure everything ran smooth and set the room up and all that stuff. So it was really cool.
Let me ask you this: what was the energy at that event? Because you speak at a lot, right? Like, I mean, how many places you speaking at this year?
This year, I probably have 20 lined up right now.
Okay, so you've spoke a lot. You'll speak more this year. What was the energy like in that environment in Dallas compared to other places you speak at?
Dude, I mean, it really was really, really high. I mean, it was really high. And I have to say, bro, too, as the host, that you really showed me something there. I mean, keeping the energy going, was phenomenal the way that you kept it going. So that's what it takes to make a really good event, is somebody that really keeps the energy high and just makes it flow. So I thought it flowed really well. I was really pleased with how it went, and that's why I want to go back. I want to go back, and I want to bring even more. Like, I want to bring it even more than I brought at that time. I think I earned some more speaking time on stage this time, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I'm bringing fewer speakers, and the speakers that I loved, I'm gonna freaking put them on stage more. So I'm excited with who the speakers are. BC's coming back. I really want to see him on stage more because I think he delivers a lot of impact when it comes to personal personal contracts and standards and self commitments. I'm excited to bring George Morris. For if you guys don't know him, he's the CEO of the number one producing per units in the world right now, Century 21. He has 1,000 agents in his company between California and Utah. He owns mortgage companies, title companies, and just launched his own training company, which those are the caliber of people that we're bringing in. And and then obviously you're TikTok famous, right? So I wanted to bring a TikTok famous guy in.
Yeah, right. So, well, man, dude, I mean, so we're gonna come in. It's gonna be, Vegas, of course. And why'd you pick Vegas?
So a couple of reasons. When I picked Dallas last year, it was like intuition, like it didn't have a rhyme or reason. And then I learned a lot from that event. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a place affordable for people to fly into. Vegas is extremely affordable to fly into. I also wanted to be able to get a venue where I could get rooms less expensive, but still really nice for people, right? So the venue we've picked, we can get rooms for people for as little as $75 a night. Whereas like I had you stay at the Omni last year, and then I got a really good deal to make that happen, but still usually it's like $700 a night at the Omni, right? So I wanted to find a place that I can make it easier to get into and make it more affordable for people to get there.
Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, man. Yeah, that on that room was super tight.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will be this year too. Well, dude, I'm just really excited about it. If you guys, we're starting a waiting list now. Okay, so I'll put a link in the description if you're listening to this on a podcast or something. It's wgrsummit.com/Ricky.
So
All right.
the
And
WGR, make sure they put the WGR Summit.
oh,
Yep,
the W.
THE, yep, THEWGR summit.com/Ricky.
Okay, let me change that. The WGR Summit. Got it. Got it. Okay, so it's the
Yep,
THEWGR Summit.
yep.
.com/Ricky. That's where you can go and get on the waiting list for this thing. So what's the dates of this event?
So the dates are going to be August 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And we're still, like, I've got a call after this to finalize the contract for the venue and things. So we're still finalizing details. So the idea of this wait list is a couple things. One is for the people that are involved, like Ricky speaking at it, and Brian Casella, and then, George, and then everyone that's involved in that. We're going to then announce here in a month or so ticket sales. Anyone that's saying, hey, I'm all about Ricky, or what this event is about, I want to be there, we're going to give them what I love the name super early bird pricing, right? Meaning each month ticket prices are going to go up, but the people that invest from up front are going to have it's going to cost them less to get there. Now, I know that your whole thing is I do free coaching, and I love that about you. But one thing we have to understand is it cost me probably $100,000 to put this event on, so I can't fucking do it for free. I can't freaking do it for free. Sorry, I know Ricky doesn't cuss on the show. So there has to be a cost to get there, and I want to do it as affordable as possible for your people. And so this is a way we can do it.
No, I mean, free coaching is one thing when you do it online from the comfort of your living room. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but to travel and actually be somewhere physically and speak. I mean, it costs money to travel. It costs money, away from your family, away from your, I'm still a real estate agent, like away from my job. I mean, when I go speak, there's a chance I could lose $1 million deal at the house. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So no, I'm definitely not against charging to go to events and to meet high producers and be around the energy. That's worth a lot. So
Yeah.
whatever the prices of these events are is way less than the value received.
Yep. Cool. That's sweet, man. So what was probably besides the energy, what was some of your favorite things from the Dallas event?
Well, I just really liked how the crowd was I don't know, man, like they were so into it. Like you could tell that they, were there on a mission. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they really, really they weren't there just to, hang out or, what I'm saying, like meet somebody. They weren't there to meet somebody. They were there to learn something,
Mm-hmm.
and you could tell in their eyes because I brought free books for everybody at the last one. And after I spoke, I went to the back of the room and signed every one of them and handed them out to every single person. So I got to actually at least talk to, take a picture with, and see every single person that was there one by one, and like the fire in their eyes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I could see it in their eyes that they were there to they really want this. They were there they were on a mission to like learn one or two things they could take back to their business that would really make a difference in their life and their family's life or whatever they're trying to do. They were really trying to like turn the page on what they're
Yep.
trying to do. And like that's what I loved about it was that, a lot of these events I go to, there's some people that have fire in their eyes or whatever, but for the most part, I just feel like a lot of people that go to these events are just event goers. They just go to events and like they never put forth any action. They just keep going to events thinking that that's the work of it, and they never put forth any action. I guess because they're scared or whatever. But these people every single one of them seemed like they were going to be action takers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's what I liked about it was just the vibe that I was around like I was either around a bunch of high producers or future high producers, like all the questions, because we did Q&A, and like all the questions that were asked to me were, questions that future incredibly high producers are asking in the beginning of their career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that fired me up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I left there motivated because I saw how motivated they were. You know what I mean? And so that
Yeah.
kind of pushed me a little bit. So
Well,
that's what
what I loved was when we did that panel. I know you were there, Danny Morell, Brian, and I think that was one of my favorite parts of the event is just hearing you guys like banter through the discussion that these agents wanted to learn from you guys. And I just think that you guys got it narrowly focused on, no matter what level you're at, here's the focus next, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to focus, like when you're making $500,000 to $1 million, your focus changes a little bit from when you're not doing any deals. And in like everyone wants to be all worried that I don't have 20,000 followers on Instagram or something like that. And you're like, dude, if you got 200, let's focus on that 200 and let's use it as the opportunity to practice on what works and get it going for the future as you grow. You know, I love that.
I think the difference is that, you know, as a real estate agent, we don't need 20,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did a video on this. It's like, you know, to have 20,000 followers, you probably are in some kind of like general, you know, population niche, you know, where, you know, your business is attracting people from, you know, all geographical locations and almost all walks of life or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a real estate agent, I mean, you got to think, you know, like people that have 1 million followers, you know, that those followers are from all over the world, you
Yeah.
know. Well, as a real estate agent, we're only trying to focus on our market. You know, I don't care if it's like LA, you know, like it's that's still like those what's a popular, or like New York's like Manhattan's like 8 million or whatever, right? Population. That 8 million is still just a blimp on the radar, just a small little piece of the rest of the people in the world. You know what I mean? So you can't compare yourself as an agent when you have 2,000 followers to somebody like me, for example, you know, who's trying to make a global impact in my business, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in a completely different kind of business. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think focusing less on followers and likes and stuff, and just focusing more, like you said, go deeper with the people you have,
Yes.
you know, and just let it organically grow. Like, yeah, okay, here's a good example. You know, like I'm up to about probably like 30 something thousand followers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm making really good money speaking, writing books, sponsorship deals, stuff like that. Really good money. And it's like I wanted 100,000 followers. You know, I've been wanting 100,000, you know, from day one. Like, how do I get to 100? It's like here I'm at 30 and I'm making even more money than I thought I'd be making at 100,000.
Yeah.
And so it turns into something where it's just not about the followers. It's about
Yeah.
how deep you're going to go with the people that you have. And it's the same thing. Let's take followers out and let's talk about it for what it really is. It's your database full of
The network, the
your
people.
clients, you know what I'm saying, that are property owners or people that bought and sold with you or people that you know in your market. Like, let's go deep with those people. You know what I mean? So,
Well, and
yeah,
it's
dude.
like you don't know the opportunity that's going to stem from it. I think of my first YouTube video, which YouTube's not a major focus platform for me. I have like 7,000 followers there. My first videos were me doing live prospecting because I thought like they'd respect me more, right? They want to do more work with me. But what I ended up doing was creating a really huge network in North America for real estate agents, and which has led me to do what I'm doing with my academy and the mastermind. And the major focus is, hey, how do I get to $500,000 more a year with doing 20% or less of the production, but I'm fulfilled to my freaking core, right? Like I just led at George's event, 200 agents or so at that event, where people were able to just like break through their anxiety and their worry and their doubt and their fear in 20 minutes or less. But I never would have thought when I put that first YouTube video up that I'd be speaking in front of people because of that. So I think if you can go into it just like, I just want to go add value without regards to like how it's going to serve me or benefit me, you'll be amazed at how God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, will use you as a gift.
It is, man. It's like, it's karma, you know, like I haven't talked about it a lot, but long before I got into coaching, I had this theory about, I called it phone call karma.
Mm-hmm.
It was like when I was down on closings, I didn't have a lot of listings, you know, whatever. And I was feeling down on myself. Taxes are rolling around. I didn't save any money, you know, like I'm behind the 8 ball and stuff. I would just pick up the phone and start making calls. Right. So I'd call like 50 people. Of course, they didn't have dialers back then. Like I'm calling with my fingers, you
Yeah.
know, 50 was like tough to get
Yeah.
through in a day. And so, you know, I would start making calls. Well, nothing would happen. Nothing would come of those phone calls. And in the middle of my phone call session, I'll get a call from a referral from a past client or something that's ready to write a contract right now.
Yep.
And it's like that didn't come from the calls, but every time I just get on the phone and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do or whatever I think is right, then good things just start to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's not luck, you know what I'm saying? And sure, I could have just waited around for that referral to call. But while I'm sitting around waiting around, why not energize myself with trying to find new business that's going to
Yeah.
keep that momentum going past that referral that's going to call me? You know what I mean?
I
So,
think that key is energize, right? There's something to be said about the energy. When you show up with certainty in your business or your life or your these areas, people feel that certainty. I always say your job is not to convince a buyer or seller to do business with you. It's to convince them that you're convinced that you can serve them. And if you are convinced and you believe that, you'll find a way to deliver and serve these people. And then with time, it will monetize. You'll get better at naturally having contracts signed. You'll get better at negotiating deals. You'll get better at showing up from your authentic self for your customers and the people around you. So let's do this because I know you're limited on time, and I got to move to a call in a bit too. The VIP night last year. Do you remember the VIP night? What did you think
yeah,
about the VIP night?
it was really good. All the speakers were there. First time I met a lot of you. First time I met you. First time I met Joshua Smith, Chaston, BC. Actually, first time I met just about everybody, I guess. So it
Yep.
was really cool to meet and greet everybody. The food was good. The atmosphere was good. There were a lot of agents there that bought the VIP tickets, had a lot of incredible conversations there. It's just all around. I think that was maybe the meat and potatoes of the actual networking, where
Yeah.
you're not at the event, focusing on the stage. Even in between talks, the talk isn't, it's kind of like small talk, but at the VIP night, it's like that's all you're doing. It's just talking and getting to know each other. So it's another level of getting to know and networking. You know what I mean? It's the next level.
I think that's what I call it, the gap. Okay, so what's cool is I'd love to get 500 people at the event this year. And now imagine if you're with 100 people for the night, not having necessarily like a focused conversation, but you're learning from people that are committed at this high level. That night of the VIP night's not to have a giant party. That night is to be around other people that are committed to their business, their finances, and their fulfillment in their life. And so we're going to have that this year at the plan is the Garden View Terrace overlooking like the flamingos and the pools and stuff. It's going to be super, super freaking fun. This year too, Ricky, we're turning it to 3 days versus 2 days. And we're going to do a little bit more spaced out and gaps so that people can just absorb it, right? Because, that was one of the feedback. Everyone was like, hey, I love this. I want a third day. So we're going to be doing a third day this year, and we're not going to be increasing our prices to do it. We're just doing it to be able to cover the venue cost to make it happen. So that's really going to be cool with it.
Yeah, no, I'm down for it, man. I think the 2 days was a little short, and I think it'll be super beneficial. So, yeah, man. Guys, there it is. We announced it. We're gonna be in Vegas. In August. You say 19th and 20th and 21st.
So August 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Okay, 20th, 21st, 22nd. We're gonna be in Vegas. You can join the waiting list right now. Link in the description, or go to the WGRsummit.com/Ricky. And we're going to go ahead and take the waiting list now. We're going to offer you guys that super early bird special first, whoever's on the waiting list, to get the cheapest tickets possible. And man, I'm just incredibly fired up about this because, like I was telling you earlier, I haven't really spoken Vegas at all. I'm going to be on 2 panels for Remax at the end of this month, but it's still not like a stage, just me. So I'm really excited about this, to be honest with you. I know the energy is going to be out the roof over there.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna blow the roof off for sure. So here's what I would recommend to you guys. We tickets aren't even available for sale. So like, just get on the list. We can't even offer you the tickets yet because we're finalizing some of the contracts and the details. Like I said, I got a call after this to go over some stuff with the venue. Which Vegas is a weird place to do like the contract side. It's kind of goofy, but I'm excited. So get on that list, and then within 30 to 45 days, we're going to stay in touch with you guys, but we're going to announce the super early bird tickets. There's a limited amount that we're going to offer for a limited time. And I don't want to tell you what that dollar amount is yet, but it's going to be less than last year. Okay. So if you remember what last year was, the early bird ticket was 197. It's going to be less than that. Okay. So make sure you get on there, even if you just want to be a part of it, you want to hear about it, and share it with your friends. Like, share Ricky's link to your friends that need to be there. Because here's what's cool about, I know, Ricky, you've got like a unique followers. Like, people really like vibe with you. And I think you said I don't know, you got like 100,000 something plus followers with your email now. You got 200,000 or something on your Instagram, 30,000 on your YouTube. Like, you got this, that, you got a gazillion on your TikTok.
Froze up on us. Froze up on us, big guy. Give it just a second, see if he comes back. I don't know if he's going to come back, guys. So with that, yeah, he's frozen over there. All right, cool. Well, look, guys, thank you so much. If you're over in the Vegas area or anywhere close, this is going to be a really good event. And, you know, I look forward to seeing you guys over there. Anybody's over there in the area. Yeah, it looks like he logged off there. So, you know, hey, I'll see you guys over there. Join the waiting list. Let me know what I could do for you. Check out my latest video there. My top 3 books. I got another video coming tomorrow. Let me know what videos you want me to make. Just send me a message or put it in the comments and I will make it, or anything else I can do to help you. Guys, that's what I'm here for, just to provide value for you, help you, try to help you get on top. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Keep selling, keep grinding, keep calling, and we'll talk to you guys. Peace.